Today we will be discussing proofreading and editing tips for writers. The human mind and the writing process. As individual writers, when we proofread and edit our own work, we read it as we think it should be, which means we do not see typos and other spelling, grammar, and punctuation mistakes. This also applies to understanding problems with word choice, sentence structure, context, and overall readability. It is helpful to employ the assistance of a third party with good grammar skills when working through the editing and proofreading process. This might be a friend or a family member, or a professional editor. Before submitting your work to a professional publishing company, hiring a professional proofreader or editor is highly recommended to ensure your work is free of errors. However, for many of us, it's unrealistic to think that we will have someone on call to proofread and edit all of our work. Therefore, it is important to know how to edit yourself. Do-it-yourself proofreading and editing tips. It is necessary to edit and proofread every single piece of writing before it is seen by anyone else. There are no exceptions to this rule. Even if you hire a professional editor or proofreader, it is always necessary to review your work. Understand that there is a difference between editing and proofreading, and it's hard for one person to do both tasks. Editing comes first, and this is the part of the process where you make revisions. When edits are complete, then you proofread to check for proper grammar. Learn about and make use of the Track Changes feature in Microsoft Word. This tool will save your edits and mark up your document, allowing you to easily revert to different revisions. Take some time to allow your eyes to rest before proofreading your work. Depending on the length of the piece, more time may be required between the time you finish your edits and the time you proofread. A novel should be set aside for 4 to 6 weeks. A blog post can be proofed the next day. Always use spell check and grammar check in Word, but don't depend on these tools by themselves. Use it as a fail-safe. When proofreading, it is best to read your work aloud. This is one of the best ways to catch errors and awkwardness. Pronounce each word slowly for maximum effectiveness. Do not rush through proofreading. It is a necessary part of the writing process. It is necessary to review your work more than once before you send it out or publish it online. You should edit until it reads smoothly, and the work should be proofread 3 times or more. If you are pressed for time, at the very least, proofread until you do not see any more errors. Consider reading the work backward so you can check for context and examine each piece of it separately. Always verify the use of proper names, places, technical terms, etc., so you know that you are spelling and using them correctly. Don't automatically assume. If you are unsure about something, look it up. Always remember to proofread titles, headlines, subtitles, footnotes, and endnotes. Note the mistakes you've made in your writing. You will discover that you have a tendency to make these mistakes over and over. Keep track of these errors and make a note to watch out for these issues so you can work on avoiding them in the future. Also, if you know that you regularly misspell a word, use the Find tool in Word so you can discover all instances. Choose a common style guide like AP or Chicago and stick with it. This adherence provides consistency and will be a great resource when you have formatting or style questions. Build a library or online resource center via bookmarks filled with reliable editing, grammar, and writing guides. This will allow you to feel confident knowing you have a place to go for answers. If you do let grammar mistakes slip through, understand why and have a good reason. Formatting is important and should be standardized on all paragraphs, headings, and other typographical styling. Learn how to ensure these features are laid out properly in your software. Only proofread when you are alert and well rested. You will miss errors when you are tired. Editing and proofreading should not be done all at once. You should break up editing and proofreading into different sessions and allow your mind to clear before embarking on a new part of the process. Always be willing to learn new grammar skills. Subscribe to grammar blogs, engage in webinars, and read resource guides to keep your skills sharp. The final check. To some people, editing and proofreading are enjoyable tasks, and to others, they are necessary evils. If you are a grammar geek, your editing and proofreading skills might come naturally to you. However, if you don't fall under that heading, it might take some practice and getting used to. Ultimately, editing and proofreading are the jobs of every writer. Remember, editing and proofreading are just one step. Get through them successfully and then get back to your writing. If you have finished this presentation and realize that you still need help with editing or proofreading services, do not hesitate to contact the Grammar Chic team by visiting www.grammarchic.net or tune in for the latest news regarding editing and proofreading tips on our blog located at www.grammarchicblog.com. Of course, you can always reach us by calling 803-831-7444 or emailing info@grammarchic.net. Thank you so much for your time and attending this presentation today.